Nope. Actually, I can go there. Yeah, you can't see me anyway. Reason why I've moved myself off to the side because you can't see me. I've already like changed over the PNGs. So currently I've set it up so it uses the new PNG. There's like, I will note, there's a few things that I'm not too happy with, but I wasn't going to change them because I didn't have time. Because I had like 3 days and like where I kind of just like snapped a little bit. Oh no, 2 days I snapped a little bit. And twice in 1 day, which was not fun. Cause like I planned the week out on like Monday or before Monday. Like Sunday last week, I think. And I planned it out so that as long as I got the work I had planned done that week or that day, it would have been fine, right? Because I'd procrastinated putting off sorting out the character sheet for, I want to say 3 months or something stupid. I started it ages ago, and then I never got around to finishing it. And then I was like, oh, October 1st, start of the spooky season, we'll do it then, right? I'll get everything sorted by then, surely. I planned it out that from Monday last week to Monday this week, if I got all the work done, planned for that day, I'd be done, right? So Monday was it Monday and Tuesday was planned to be finishing like the character sheet. Wednesday was sorting out the entirety of the PNG. So that would have then been done on Thursday, my new PNG, because just altering like a few things of the character sheet, which was like changing up the pose a little bit, which I didn't manage to get around to doing, sorting out like new like facial expression for when I'm talking, all that jazz. Thursday and Friday were planned to do the Halloween PNG, so that I'd do like mark out all the alterations I wanted to make, start the line art on it, finish the line art, put like the new shading down, the coloring, all that shit, right? Then Saturday to Monday was planned on sorting out the schedule. But if you've been in the Discord, you'd know fuck. If you've been in the Discord, you'd know that I wasn't able to get the schedule done. It had taken a lot of time to try and get the other stuff sorted that I wasn't able to get round to even starting the schedule. And it got to like Saturday, I think I'd just gotten round to starting the normal PNG, and I just kind of like hit my limit, I guess. Went for a walk. It was like 45-minute walk from my place, from where I live. It's like a dual carriageway. I just like walked along that and just sat down on like one of the grass hills. Hello, Shashelman, welcome in, ma'am. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Just talking about the past week while I haven't been streaming and trying to sort stuff out. It wasn't good. I was just walking on Saturday because like I go for late night walks to just clear my head, right? Way too much stuff happening, brain's overloaded, just go for a walk and try and clear my head. And I just kind of like snapped again, just sat down on the grass, watching like the cars drive by, just headphones on, talking to myself about all this shit that'd been happening. Cause like, stepdad constantly brings up stuff with streaming, right? Like, oh, you're earning money from it? No. Why not? Like, whatever. He has his reasons for it. I don't like get too hung up on it. But he brought it up a lot. It affected me a lot. Because everyone in my house, we do this little thing where anything bugs us, we don't necessarily address it straight away. I just kind of like put it off to the side until it all piles up and then comes crashing down on top of us. Very unhealthy way of dealing with stuff, but it's just how I've been doing it for the past God knows how many years of my life, right? I don't even know when I started doing it. But him constantly talking about it just got to me a lot. There was people just coming into stream, trying to get me to commission stuff from him. Like, I try to be nice, try and be like, not overly interested, sorry, trying to save up money for a new PC. That's the truth, right? I was raised to be nice, so I don't, I'm not mean, I just try and calmly talk to them and deal with that. But after a while, it just kind of gets annoying that the only like new people that come into stream, or the majority of new people that come into stream, are just trying to like get commissions out of me. Get me to like commission something from them. And like one person in particular, I remember, bugged me in like the way they were speaking. Not because they were like being persistent with me, but like they'd said my stuff was boring. I was like, yeah, I know it's boring. I'm working on new stuff, and that's what I'm showing off today. I'm just procrastinating like crazy because I am nervous. But I'd explain like I was working on new stuff, right? And then they said something about trying to get, they're saying like they're professional, trying to get me to commission something from them. One of my mates, who's one of my mods, says like, well, telling someone that their stuff's boring isn't, a good business model. They told him to shut up, or said like I wasn't talking to you. Like, I don't like it when people, I don't know if it was like meant maliciously or not. I'm one of those people, I struggle to tell what people mean when they say certain stuff. Whether that being sarcastic, whether they're joking, whether they're serious, Unless it's blatantly obvious in the way they speak, right? This is blatant sarcasm in their speech. Or like, it's blatantly obvious that what they're saying is a joke. And I struggle to tell in my own messages as well, when I send certain messages, like, wait, what if they think that this comes across like me being sarcastic, right? I don't want them to be. I don't want it to come across like that, because it's not what I mean. But I don't like it when people are mean to my friends and my mods and stuff. It's just, you don't need to be mean. Just be nice. And that bugged me. I was like, a bunch of other stuff is just slowly whittled away at my already, mind you, very self-conscious brain. So, you know, that doesn't help at all. But, you know what, it's fine. Oh well, it happens, I guess. Do we show it off now, chat? Do you want to see it? Should I stop procrastinating and show you the goods? I'm just gonna wait for someone to say yes or no in chat. Yeah, you want to see it? Where is it? This is... arrow keys aren't working. I mean, I've looked in, like, users in chat. Ghost is apparently here. But then again, he's probably just lurking in the background like you do. But the new PNG, I'd like not talk so you can see like see it when it's not talking, and then oh the other German. I see. All right, 1 minute, chat. Let me shut the fuck up real quick. There he is. I think this looks a lot better. You can't really see the eyes too much, though. Like, he is a little... just chilling. Purposely tried to make him look slightly creepier when I speak, because I find that funny. This is the little guy. Maybe he looks a little weird. Maybe he doesn't. I don't care. I like the way he looks. You can see, like, some alterations made. The jacket, or the vest. Not the vest, the shirt. The colors are different. It's probably much easier to see with... You ready? You ready to see the thing in all its glory? Because, completely out of balance. That's what I was going for. Just the kind of like fed up with it all, you know? You might not be able to see it when I'm like this small, but there is like, I try to put like bags under his eyes. Because I thought, I have them. I thought it'd be kind of cool. May as well just show this off. Just, come on. Yeah, there we go. Here it is. Big me. I try to fit it on the screen without me like blocking anything. But chat blocks it a little bit, but you can kind of see it. This is... I wanted to go through it. I have two versions of it. One with the jacket on. The other one doesn't have it on. I don't have a character sheet though for the Halloween model, so I just have like it, you know, in like a bigger size, and then I can like go through that and explain everything. Where do I start? I guess like the differences, right, between this and like the old model. I don't think you ever got to see anything below like the waist. So we got, wait, what is, I want to see the old model. Your PC just crashed? Jesus. I'm too strong, man. Too powerful. Alright, I need to bring this up. You can't see it. I have it on my PC screen, so I can go over, like, the alterations. I know, like, the differences and stuff. So, the main change, I think, it's a lot paler, I think, color-wise, as in, like, clothes. The hoodie is a lighter gray, and the vest is a lighter, like a dark gray over like the black that it was before. In the old one, you could actually see the trousers, which were black. In this, they're now purple, along with the shirt, and the tie is now gray instead of purple. Saddest is burning a GP. Oh god. Not surprised. Obviously, you know, still have the sort of corset design of the ribbon going down the arm. We've got little spikes that go around the hood. On like the right, you can see what it looks like with the hood up. It doesn't look great, mind you, but it's supposed to be like a cat ears, and then like there's a button is like the purple bit, and then like stitched on eye or like cross thing. Could you go from like the bottom now? I think is better. We got black, well not black, black and red shoes, red boots. Originally, they were supposed to be purple, and the trousers were supposed to be black, but I wanted like more color. I didn't want like everything, like the only like color in like the design to be purple. So I decided, why not make them like a nice sort of pale dark red. I like that. Obviously rips in the jeans from constantly working. You know, you're going from like dimension to dimension. You're running around a lot. Yeah, well not really model, but like PNG, I guess. It's been ages, Mai. How have you been? It's good to see you again. I'm happy you were able to make it. I'm gonna sip my tea. I'm gonna show off my Halloween model I'm gonna be using tomorrow. Having such a hard month, but really glad you can make it. I'm glad you can make it too. I hope your month gets better. Or this month. I hope Halloween month, spooky season, is better for you. What else? Further up. It's your birthday? Hell yeah, happy birthday for then. I'll wish you a happy birthday on stream if you can make it to that stream on that day. If not, I don't mind, you know, spend your birthday, do whatever you want, have a good birthday. Celebrate, you know? We also have little, like, belts over the jeans, right? Yep, that's what they are. I wanted to put in, like, sort of, like, tech wear aspects into the design. You love the hoodie? Thank you. I am really happy with it. This is, like, one of the things I wanted, like, ages. I wanted, like, my first bit, but I just, like, tried to, like, get the design good in my head, and it took a bit. I wanted to put, like, techwear stuff into the design. And I thought, since there's, like, a lot going on, and I'm not great at drawing, there's, like, you can probably nitpick at a lot of imperfections within this. But that's what my brain did. I just kind of ignored it and kept going. I thought, why not just put, like, belts around, like, above and below the knee, right? I don't know. Thought it was kind of cool. You can kind of see on the left hand, right side of the front model. Really cool, thank you. We got a little bandage. It's much better on like the. I have like a version of the character sheet without the hoodie on, because there's like a few other things within the design I can show off there. But both hands are normally bandaged. There is a reason behind this. So, little thing. I don't know if people remember this or not, but being the champion of reality, the Eldritch being, given me powers. One of them is regeneration, which didn't properly form when I got it. So I can regenerate entirely severed like limbs, and any injuries I have, I can almost instantly heal them. The only downside is everything is exceptionally sensitive. Like newly generated hands are incredibly sensitive to like air because of the nerves being regrown, right? So I have to bandage them up because if they're not exposed to air, then they don't itch as much. If they're exposed to air, then they become extremely itchy. And I have a tendency in real life, which I wanted to add into my character somehow. Whenever I have an itch, I tend to like hurt myself when scratching because I have sharp or like long nails. So I peel off skin through scratching, which isn't good. But I thought, itchy parts of the character, why not have him have that sort of flaw, I guess, that I have? Because I wanted him to be kind of semi-based off of me. Why not? So that's why he has the bandages on his hands, because he injures his hands a lot. Can kind of see on the vest, we got little skulls as our little buttons. And one of them, the bottom one, is broken. Like, part of it's, like, broken off. I thought that was really cool. Other parts go to the hair. There's a reason why the backs of it has, like, was like an undertone, is that what it's called? Where it's black. And we have the white... Oh, hit my mic by accident. We have a white streak in my hair. The reasoning behind them, don't know if people remember these two, but Echo and Iris, who show up in chat occasionally. Echo being the demon that possesses me, for reasons. Yeah! And Iris being... Thank you, I like it. Iris is essentially like the angel, right? But I switched their sort of roles. So Iris is actually a lot more sadistic and dangerous than Echo is, which I thought was really funny. But Echo's main thing is supposed to be... You know how in video games you have the like tutorial? Like the sort of hints that show up? And occasionally in some games there's like a voice when you're given like storyline quests. And it's like, oh, you need to go do this, or you should go this way, or this is what this item does. That is mainly like the reason why Iris exists. That's sort of her main part in like the start of the comic. But due to them possessing my body and the way possession's going to work mostly in my comic that I want to do, for like the backstory and everything, alterations are done to a person's physical appearance. They can be removed if they are capable of shapeshifting. Otherwise, they just naturally show up. So Iris being an angel, obviously that's where the white streak comes from, at the front of the hair. And Echo being the more demonic one, that's where the black undertone's from. Now I can move on to the back. The only like main change here, obviously you can see how long my hair is. The grey bits along like the back of the hoodie and the bits on like the shoulders are supposed to be zips, so I can unzip the sleeves. They'll be more prominent when I show off the Halloween model or PNG. The zip in the middle is mostly for things like wings and anything like that that comes out of my back. It just can unzip that, and then it's easier rather than just taking off the entire hoodie. The gold rings, you can see like the 3 versions of it. The one on the far left, that is when it's deactivated. The one in the top middle is when it's starting to activate, and the one on the right bottom, the bottom right, that is with like the hand coming out, that is when it's fully activated. And they're referred to as Echo's rings. Echo, being an archdemon when he wasn't possessing me, had access to these rings. They were like his sort of artifact. Whenever he moves from one person to another through possession, the rings do follow. And they're used for essentially really anything. When they activate, ink sort of comes out from the edges into the middle, and any sort of appendage can come out of it. So whether that be obviously like a human hand, a foot for some reason, wings, you know, you name it, appendages, you know. They can come out of it. I like it. Obviously they don't really show up much, but I thought I'd add them in because they are sort of an essential part of the design. The next sort of ring, or the bit across from the hand, that is the collar I wear. You can kind of see that it's open, and the front bit's open, showing a mana crystal. I'll get into mana crystals in a bit because there's more stuff I need to talk about that, and it becomes evident when I go to the next bit. Then obviously hood up, you can see what it looks like. I wanted to add that in, you know, showing me with my hood up, because as you can see on the back, the hair covers the hood, and I wasn't just gonna like make my hair look shorter just to show off, you know, the hood. Then we have my artifact on the far right, also known as Azathoth, named after the Eldritch horror because I am creative. Within the design, the main staff, I wanted it to look very much Flash-like, but I didn't really have time to make it look Flash-like with a bunch of shading and highlighting and stuff. But you can kind of see there's eyes along like the top of the staff. And you can see like the teeth, which is like the very light gray, but very light gray bits, and then the big metal scythe bit. Yep. I am very good at explaining this shit. Holy fuck. In the future, you know, I talked about it in a previous stream. Each champion of the Eldritch beings has their own artifact. Mine being Azathoth, Altair having Cthulhu, and that's the only ones that have names at the moment. I need to sort that out at some point. Procrastination's a bitch. Anyway, all of them, or most of them, are supposed to have configurations. These being different, the same sort of artifact, but they appear as different weapons. So for me, I have obviously the scythe as the main one, then I have sickle and chain, sickle and chain sort of configuration, and then another one being a very big glaive, which is like a spear, but it's not a spear, because spears, unlike the metal bit, there's 2 blades, one on either side, and a glaive only has 1 bladed side. Very important distinction, yes. Eventually I will design and probably show off the configurations over on like Twitter or something. But for now, I only have this designed. Now I can go on to the next one, and you'll see a few more changes In the first one, you could see like the spikes coming out of the shoulder. I'll explain them in a minute. I need to move this actually, so you can better see. Oh, you can see that bit underneath. Okay, hide that. So you might see on the chains. Need to make this bigger so you can see it more clearly. Zooming in here, you can also now see much more of the outfit, the more detailed parts. You can kind of see these little metal trinkets on the chain, right? The ones on the left, I'm not really gonna explain. I want some people to try and figure out what they might be. Reluctantly, I added them in. The ones on the left resemble certain characters, key characters. No, wait. Yeah. Left on the model, on the the sheet. Wait, no. Right side. Right, this is just better. You look right, those ones. On the front. Going from sort of like top line left to right and then bottom bit left to right is a ring. Just a normal ring, supposed to look like a halo. That's obviously for Iris. Then we have a miniature version of Echo's ring, obviously for Echo. The next bit is supposed to be like a blob with cat ears on. That's supposed to be for Petunia. And then the other bit's supposed to look like wings. That's supposed to be for Guru. My little mana dragon boy, my boy, my son. Obviously not going over the other metal bits. Can better see the skulls now as well. You see like the top one is a little bit cracked near the top. The bottom one is missing a bit of the skull. I thought that was a cool design choice. Then we have like metal clips that are supposed to go around the side. I wanted them to look like bird skulls, because I thought, that would be a nice little touch. I thought they'd look cool. Then move up to the shoulders of the vest. They're supposed to be like screws that go into the shoulder. Don't ask me why. I just looked at a bunch of characters, because I wanted to find like a bunch of stuff to add into the design that I wanted to use, because before it looked pretty bland. So I looked through like Zenless, I looked through Honkai, Star Rail, I looked through like different animes I'd watched. And one of the designs I liked was on Corrin, where she had like what looked like screws in like the shoulder of the maid dress. I thought they looked really cool. I think it was Lycon who has like the alternate color around like the shoulders of the vest, and then like the sort of sticking up collar. I added them in from him, and you can kind of see what looks like crystallization on my left arm on the right side of the front. I didn't put them on the back so you could kind of see what it would look like without, that. That is from mana poisoning, which is something I've added into the comic that people can suffer from. Mana poisoning is caused by like two different ways. One is by consuming mana crystals when you have full mana, so you have an excess amount. That is the easier one to experience and the easier one to get rid of. The other one is from having no mana, essentially negative mana, by using up all your mana and trying to use spells excessively when you don't have mana. You can give yourself mana poisoning, which causes the mana circuits, they're like blood vessels that travel all the way throughout your body. It causes them to break, and the mana then crystallizes. At least for me. For other people, it shows up very differently. It might be through experiencing like bleeding, like nosebleeds, stuff like that, or it might be from lack of motor function, other stuff, right? It affects everyone differently. No one experiences mana poisoning the same. Well, not everyone does. There's like a few different versions, and you're lucky to get some and unlucky to get others. For this, I have the like crystallization version, so it just kind of like breaks, and then the mana spills out, crystallizes, and creates these cool little crystallizations along my arm. I can also disperse them with Doppelganger. Most of the time, when you experience mana poisoning the second way, so by not having enough mana or using up too much mana and then trying to use more, mana poisoning can't be removed. You can gain your mana back, but if it like crystallizes, you can't necessarily just remove the crystals. I can through Doppelganger because that's counted as a part of me, and I can remove parts of my body through Doppelganger and can add parts back in. But, you know, that's that. If we go to the back now, you can kind of see the skin through the middle. This is why there's a zip on the hoodie, because there's a gap in the vest and the shirt. You can probably kind of see maybe a little bit of dark skin and then light skin. I'll get to that in a minute. You can also probably see, maybe if you look close enough, scarring on the face. There's like little cuts. You can also see it on the right arm. Little scarring there. There's a reason why that's there. I won't really be explaining it because it's main sort of parts in the story. But I will show them off, and you guys can come up with your headcanons and theories and stuff if you want. But there's a gap in the back, obviously, for any appendages that come out of the back, so things like shark fins, wings, stuff like that. Tails and stuff can just, come out the bottom. Where we have this little... I don't know what it's called. The fabric that goes between, like, the two bits. There's, like, little buttons there and stuff. There isn't really anything else on this version. The only real changes were the outfit, essentially. This and the other one that I showed earlier with the hoodie, they will go up on my Twitter, and I'll do like an introduction thing there, maybe. I don't know. We go up. I think this is this is the scars. So you can kind of see them better. We've got one on the right arm. That was from... I can explain where they're from, kind of-ish. So my right arm had been essentially torn off, and that was put back and then healed. Scar on the stomach would essentially, in story, be the same reason why I have mine on my stomach. Maybe, or there'd be like another reason for it. The reason I have a scar on my stomach was when I was baby, couldn't eat food, my bowels were too tight, had to be cut open so that doctors could force my bowels open so I could actually eat. Otherwise, you don't eat, you die. So I was very young. I was baby. I don't remember it. Then along my back, which is on the right side, there's a massive scar along my back, which has like this 5 sections. So obviously something maybe with 5 fingers or claws or whatever scratched at my back. What it is, no idea. Where it's from, that's for you guys to come up with your weird theories on. Now, there's one last thing. I've shown the character sheet off. I've explained the character sheet. Both sides. Or like, hoodie on, hoodie off. That leaves one thing. The Halloween one. Now, I could show this today. So people who might not be able to make tomorrow's stream will be able to see it. Or, I could wait until tomorrow and show it off then. It's not a character sheet. I didn't have time to make it into one, so it is just the PNG. It'll be the PNG of me talking, so you can kind of see up close of creepy face, because you don't actually get to see that on the character sheet. I do want to in the future, maybe within like the next month or so, try and get round to drawing just proper artwork of it, showing off the, actual design. Maybe, if I have time and energy to do so. Dry throat from talking too much. You know what, let's just show it. Bam. Here he is. I like it a lot. Obviously, like my current version, no leg, nothing below the knees. I like this. So, what we have, obviously we have, the big thing is like the shark tail, right? Then, I probably actually grow this a lot. And you can kind of see it up close. There's nothing below the knees, but we can go here. You can kind of see it on the left arm. No, the right arm, left side. We have vines coming out of the severed bit. The big scarring on my arm. And part of it dips, you can see part of it dips under the bandage, where that long line of black, that dark shade. It's supposed to be where the vines dip under the bandage. I thought it was really cool. It got thorns on it as well. There is a reason why that's there. I want some people to try and guess why it's there. And we've got on the right arm, let me shrink it so you can see it all in one. You see? Do that. There we go. This is the entire arm covered in the mana poisoning mana crystals. Or the mana crystals from the mana poisoning. Forcibly grown it throughout the arm. Or forced mana crystals to grow over the arm. From the mana poisoning. The 3 big spikes on the shoulder. And then the clawed hand there. We got the big shark tail. I wanted to go with more my color scheme for the shark tail. That's why it's a sort of pale purple and a pale pink. But we've got different aspects, different sharks. So we've got the little spots are supposed to be from zebra sharks. When zebra sharks fully grow up, when they're born, they have stripes on them. That's why they're called zebra sharks. When they're fully grown, the sort of stripes fade and are replaced with a sort of black spotty pattern. And I thought it was really cool and really pretty, so I put that on here. And we got little segments from what's supposed to be Taiga shark. I tried to make it look good. It might not look the best, but I like it. You might not be able to see it too much in small version, but I want to make it more prominent when I actually, draw like it properly in art. Then, obviously, you can see the hoodies had its sleeves unzipped and taken off. We go to the face. The eye is replaced by a certain flower. I want people to guess what that flower is, what they think the flower might be. Ah, fuck. I need to drink tea so my throat doesn't dry out. Just waiting. Oh, God. Let me check something real quick. Nah, fuck it. I'll just explain it. The flower is supposed to be a lotus flower. The original plan was to do a sunflower, since that's my favorite plant, but I didn't think it was going to work too well because of where I wanted it to be, which is over the eye. And we have sort of like vines growing out of the flower, and then around the hair, a sort of like supposed to look similar to like medical eye patches. We're obviously not going like sort of over the nose to the other side of the face. With this design, the flower is supposed to replace the eye. And I was planning originally to have the hood up, so you'd actually be able to see the hood properly. And instead of it being, where is it? Just there on the character sheet. But, and I might have talked about it earlier, I ran out of time. Saturday, I mentioned it earlier, I had like 2 snaps, 2 little, it wasn't a good day. Neither was Saturday. Saturday was much, much worse. But I'd stressed myself out way too much trying to get everything done and not having the time to do it, because I didn't want to move the day from like October 1st to halfway through October, because I'm trying to get all this work done. I'm just putting it off again and again and again, and I wasn't having it, I just kind of like went, it's fine, I'll keep it like this for now. And I'm sure like it's like a little Halloween thing. People hopefully are gonna like it and not gonna shit talk it way too much. The main plan, it worked really hard. Thank you, Mai. Like, it means a lot. I was stressing way too much about this, to be honest. And it probably took me way too long to try and get the character sheet done, because I just procrastinated. But I managed to get it done, and I'm happy with it. It's supposed to be a mixture between a dryad and a shark. Hence, the shark tail and the plants. And I will probably use this maybe tomorrow. I could try and use it today. I might use it today. But I'd need to figure out where I'm going to put it in the Overwatch overlay. But I think it looks cool. I have like a few little nitpicks with the designs of like both of them. But the way I have to do art on my iPad, the way I do it on my iPad, everything's very pixelated. Like if you zoom in close enough, you can see like the fucking pixels, kind of. Maybe not. I don't know. It'll show it in its full glory, standing proud, just there, in the middle of the screen. Yeah. Also, we have like the little, like, bit missing from the tail, like the scarring on the back. I thought that would be a cool little addition onto the model.